Today I'm going to be giving you guys the best settings to be using in Season 6 of Modern Warfare 2. This is most likely to be my last settings video for Modern Warfare 2. I do want to quickly thank you guys for all the love and support you've shown on these, because a lot of them, almost all of them, have done incredibly well. So I really appreciate it and thank you guys for trusting my settings. Real quick, I want to shout out today's Noti Gang. If you would like a notification shout out in my next upload, comment down below Noti Gang, click that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys watch the video all the way to the very end. And of course, make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on, all right? Without further ado, man, the best settings in Season 6 of MW2. Oh yeah, real quick, as always, little stat check. Every time we do these settings videos, I show you guys my combat record. So we're on 11 days played. We actually passed a 6 KD, which is insane. Over 100,000 kills. I obviously recently beat my highest kill streak in Season 5. I got 105. My highest kill game somehow can't get past 238, which has been like that since like Season 2 or something like that. You guys can obviously trust your boy's settings. Real quick, we could show the Battle Royale, a little bit of Warzone as well. Your boy's kind of a demon, I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, let's get into the settings. So for my button layout and stick layout, it's all default. I've shown you guys my controller a bunch of times. I got these paddles in the back where I could jump with this one and I could slide or dolphin dive with this one. And I don't have to take my thumb off the analog stick to do it here. So I just play default because, you know, it works best for me. Make sure you guys turn your controller vibration off. Believe it or not, this is messing up your accuracy. You genuinely just don't even know it. Your controller does not need to be shaking when you're firing your weapon. It may take a little bit of time to get used to, but you'll thank me later. My sensitivity, I did change it a little bit here. So I play on a 6.5. I think that's pretty standard what I've been playing on. Horizontally is a little bit higher because I'm always looking left to right. So I want it to be a little bit quicker since I'm doing it all the time. But vertically, it doesn't need to be as quick. I'm not always looking up and down. And it honestly doesn't feel off at all. It honestly feels like it's all the same, but it just what works best for me. Now my ADS sensitivity multiplier is what has changed. Now it used to be a 0.95, a 0.90. I had to bring it down to a 0.85. I don't know what it was. I literally just could not land my shots. It was just messing me up. And usually I know it's not my horizontal or vertical sensitivity. When if I'm missing my shots, a lot of the time it has to do with the sensitivity multiplier. So keep that in mind. If you haven't changed this, bring it down to a 0.95 maybe. Work with that first, and then you could see if you like it. If you don't, adjust it from there. But I definitely recommend messing with this. It really helps land a lot more shots and kill a little bit more quickly. Right here, I didn't really change anything. I don't play third person or anything like that. Standard, didn't really touch it. I'll still show you guys literally everything because I know I'm going to get asked about it. Make sure you guys have automatic tactical sprint on. Quick demonstration of how automatic tactical sprint works. So basically, if we start right here, all I have to do with automatic tactical sprint is just, I'm not going to press nothing, I'm just going to push this up. And I'm running full sprint. Like that is as fast as you can do with the weapon up. And all I'm simply doing is just going up like this. And that allows you to not have to mash your buttons down to sprint full speed like this. All you have to do is just simply move up on it. So it's a little bit less wear and tear on the sticks, and it's just simply a lot easier. Going back to our controller settings, a lot of this is standard. When it comes to interact reload behavior, I mean, you see me change it all the time. I do tap to reload when I'm playing multiplayer. If I'm gonna play DMZ or any type of Warzone, it's going to be prioritized interact, so I could spam pickup, whatever it may be, plates, vests, ammo. It just works so much better rather than holding it down all the time. Armor plate behavior is apply all, so I don't have to hold on triangle. It doesn't do one by one. I can just do it once and it applies all of them. Make sure you guys' aim assist is on. Duh, gotta have it on. Aim assist type, mine is on default. They did nerf Black Ops way back when. A lot of people like to argue, oh, it's still way better. A lot of the pro players play on default, and I've heard a lot of them talk about how this is just superior ever since the nerf on the Black Ops one. And plus, if Black Ops aim assist isn't in the next Call of Duty game, do you really want to get used to default? Do you really? I don't think so. So be safe, just be used to default anyways, rather than getting used to this, it being taken out or whatever it may be, and then having to go back anyways. Aim response curve, dynamic. A lot of the pro players actually wanted to ban this because of how OP it is. I mean, aim assist is the strongest in this game than it ever has been in Call of Duty, so it's so easy to abuse and take advantage of. So make sure you're doing that with these settings. We have our ADS sensitivity multiplier for focus, which is basically all scopes related. A lot of people like to keep this at a 1 so they could drag scope. I bring it down to a 0.95. It honestly doesn't really matter. Custom zoom, don't do none of that. For my dead zone on my left stick, I play on a 0.08. If you don't have any stick drift, just standard alone. you could do a 0.08 no matter what. For my right stick, I personally do a 0.20. A lot of people find that to be a little bit too much. It's what works for me. If you could try it out for yourselves. If you don't like it, do what you do for your left stick, a 0.08. For everyone, no matter what your controller is, make sure your max is a 1. For your triggers, make sure this is a 0. Anything above a 0, so just like this, delay. There's gonna be delay in your triggers. So if you use it to throw things or aim, shoot, whatever maybe, there's going to be a delay. So make sure you guys are at 0 for both left and right. Controller orientation, I don't mess with. The gyro aiming, I do not touch any of this. Make sure this is all off, because this could actually completely just mess up your flow in game, and you might think your controller is broken. Make sure all of this is off right here. All of that. There's a lot of settings there. Tactical sprint behavior, I have double tap. I don't think that's, I changed that. Ground mantle, I have that on. For invert slide and dive behavior, I actually want to hear what you guys have for this, because I've been kind of confused on what I want to do with this. So basically, inverted, it allows me to tap to dolphin dive, because I do it more often. Or if you have it at standard, then you're tap to sliding, and then you have to hold to dolphin dive. So I highly recommend putting it to whatever you personally prioritize, and that's what I want to know. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys prioritize, your sliding or your dolphin diving? I'm like right in the middle. I know in MW3 with the slide cancel returning, I'm most likely going to go back to tap to slide, but I find myself dolphin diving a lot more. I'm not sure how effective it is, so that's why I play on inverted. Parachute deploy, I have this off so I can get as close to the ground as I want to before pulling my chute. I think the rest of these settings here, I literally do not touch. They don't even look familiar to me at all, so I'll just quickly go through them so you guys have all that. And yeah, it's gonna wrap up the controller settings. Very quick and easy. Next, we have my graphic settings. Now, this is kind of very standard. If I see something I need to specifically go over, I will. I have my brightness at a 50, which I think is pretty standard there. Everything else, yeah, I don't really mess with any of that. For my quality, I guess this is specific to my PC. Again, I've shouted out FPS Hub, who have done all my settings for me. Basically just give me the absolute best settings for my PC specifically. You guys could always hit them up to check out your PC, and you guys could use your discount code FRIZZ, FRIZZ, for some money off of their packages, and it'll enhance your PC, and it'll make you get a lot more out of your PC than you currently are, which is absolutely incredible. Like, I have a top of the line PC, and they made even better with all these settings. They went to my BIOS. They made sure I don't have random apps going on in the background, little things like that that you wouldn't even think of that they knock out. But getting to the world and weapon motion blur, you're gonna want to have this off. So as you can see in the images right here, actually we can turn off the face cam real quick. So the right image has motion blur. You guys can see just how blurry it is on the right side. Like, the game just does not look smooth. And then the image on the right, or sorry, on the left, doesn't have motion blur. It's very clean and clear. So if you guys turn those off, your game is going to look just way more smooth. Same with the film grain. I mean, if this is anything over 0, it's just not going to look good. You want things to look clean, clear, and the film grain turning off is a necessity. So make sure it's at 0. My field of view is a 115. This is all personal preference. 120, I don't really care for. I think it's a little too much. 115 suits me perfectly. But no matter who you are, make sure your ADS field of view is affected. It visually appears that you have less recoil on your weapon than you really do. So if you're on independent, you have more recoil on your weapons visually. So a little bit of a cheat code. It's unbelievable. For weapon field of view, I'm on wide. This makes my weapon look smaller, so I can see a little bit more of what's going on the map. My weapon doesn't block enemies. Like, oh, I didn't see him because my big old weapon's in the way. So if you have this wide, your weapon will be smaller, and you could just see a little bit better. Make sure first person and third person camera movement is at least 50%. Obviously, if this is less or default, you're gonna have more camera shake. It's gonna be more messy. So again, for that smooth look and smooth experience when playing the game, make sure this is least. This is something that not a lot of people mess with, and you need to. And that's gonna wrap up the graphic settings. Again, super quick and simple. Next, we have my audio settings. I play on the PC. My buddy told me to play on this, and it's better than the home theater. I barely notice a difference. I don't know. It's all up to you. Whatever you find to work best for you. I've been telling you guys home theater for the longest, but try PC. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It didn't really make too big of a difference for me. It does sound a little bit better, but nothing game breaking. For master's volume, I'm on a 14. I recently tweaked my audio settings, so trust me, it's very loud. I had to knock it down quite a bit just for this to be just usable. Dialogue volume, I knocked it down to a 50. What I really care about is the effects volume. So that's footsteps, things like that. The most important, enemy fire, all of that type of good stuff is very, very important to me. I want that to be the loudest so I know where enemies are. Gameplay music, don't need to hear it. It's extra music. It's extra nonsense. Don't need it. Voice chat, extra nonsense. Cinematic music, extra nonsense. War tracks, come on, bro. We really bump it in the vehicle. We got to be locked in. Turn that off. So that's why these are the only two I really have kind of cranked up. I want to hear there's a UAV, a kill streak if I got to get inside, and I want to hear the goddamn footsteps. So that's why these are the very prioritized here. Make sure you guys play on stereo. I think this is gonna help just hear a little bit better, if I'm not mistaken. God, beats goddamn me. Moving on, we have our subtitles. I think this is just all nonsense on my screen. Don't want it on. We have our mono audio. Yeah, if you turn this off, then it's gonna be split, so you'll know when there's something going on the left and the right. If this is on, it's all combined. You won't be able to tell the difference between left and right. That's gonna mess with your audio. Make sure you have this tinnitus. I'm never gonna get that word down. I am genuinely. Make sure you have this on. So if you get concussed, flashbanged, rather than hearing that ringing, it's gonna be just a lot more dull and reduced. So if you have this off, you're just gonna hear that ringing. That's it. It's just kind of obnoxious. You don't really need to have that. You don't wanna hear that. So make sure you have this on. So that's reduced. I don't mess literally any of this. I got the classic. I used to do it at MW, but I changed it just for the funsies of it. And then we have our interface settings. Again, I keep this all default. Don't really mess with it. My color customization, I get asked about this quite a bit. I actually recently changed it. Now, if you guys want to have your colors just as beautiful looking as mine personally, I'm gonna let y'all in the sauce, man. Fine, I'll let y'all in on it. Filter 2, weapon filter target is on both. All right, that's literally it. I'm not even joking. Your game is going to look absolutely incredible, and obviously make sure your world and interface color intensities are both 100. That's the secret sauce. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how it looks so beautiful. And then you guys can mess with this this palette here, whatever you want to do. I just like to make enemy red, team green, super just cut, simple, easy to understand. Next, again, subtitles, I have all that off. Vertical heads up display. Is there an image here for this? Oh, they don't have, I thought they had images for this before. So basically, your default is going to be 100, but if you turn this down to 0, your mini-map, your ammo, your kill streaks, it's all squished in. It's not gonna be on the edges of your screen up here. It's gonna be brought down and squished into eye level. And with that being done, you don't have to glance super far away to look at how much ammo you got. When am I gonna get this kill streak? When do I have to use this field upgrade? Where are the enemies at in the radar? It's gonna be right in the center of your screen, so you can quickly glance rather than having to look far away. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a game changer. I highly recommend doing that. Make sure your mini-map is square. You can obviously get so much more coverage. I can quickly show you. I mean, you could literally see in the image right here that you just see so much more. Your mini-map is bigger when the mini-map is square, which again, very, very helpful. Mini-map rotation is on. The compass, I don't use it to call out, and it's just kind of extra nonsense on my screen, so I turn this off. If you like to use it, it helps you out or whatnot, go right ahead. I know it shows the red dots once in a while, but I just never use it to read anything. And then after that, I have the center dot on. I made a whole dedicated video on this. If you have this on and at largest, it just helps you with your centering, so you could just have that dot on the enemies. It really just helps out quite a bit. Even someone like me who's been playing Call of Duty for 15 plus years uses this, and it's very, very helpful. Telemetry, this helps you throw all that stuff top left, your FPS, your latency, packet loss. So if you want to have any of that up there for whatever reason it may be, go right ahead. So you guys can see mine up there. And then I believe inverted flash. This is the last important attachment. So many class setups. This is the last important setting here. With this, it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, turn off the face cam. When you have this on, instead of your screen going white, it goes black. So you ain't doing that super hard blinking. And for me personally, the effects don't seem to last as long. I might be tripping, but it really just doesn't feel like it lasts as long. I know some people don't like to do the inverted because they think their game crashed or whatever it may be, but for me, it's just so much better. I feel like the effects are lessened, and then that's gonna wrap the interface settings too. And then why not? Here's my account and network like settings. Why does anyone care about these? Genuinely don't know, but here's all that if you really, really care. That's pretty much it though, man. Those are the best settings in Season 6. Again, a lot more has changed than I thought, especially those filter settings. Those are gonna help you with your colors and whatnot. Yeah, if you guys made it to the end of the video, just comment down below Season 6 best settings. All right, I'll be liking hearing you guys' comments. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns as well, let me know in the comments. I'll try my best to answer and help you guys out. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out. Peace.